Class 12th, subject physics, 4th chapter, thermodynamics. From this chapter, let us see what is thermodynamic process. So, thermodynamic process is the procedure by which the initial state of a system changes to its final state. During such a change from initial state to the final state, there may be transfer of heat energy into the system from its surroundings or the environment, giving rise to positive heat, or heat may be released from the system to its environment, giving rise to the negative heat. Similarly, some work can be done by the system which will be treated as positive work, or some work can be done on the system which will be treated as negative work. Such process in which the changes in the state variables of a system occur very slowly are called as quasi-static systems. So, the process in which the changes in the state variables of a system occur very slowly, such types of systems are called as quasi-static systems. When a thermodynamic system changes from its initial state to its final state, it passes through a series of intermediate states. So, this series of the intermediate states, when plotted on a PV diagram, that is pressure against volume diagram, it is called as a path. And this path gives a way a system has gone through a change. So during the change from initial state to the final state, how that system proceeds, that can be described with the help of this path. And therefore now let us consider the work done during the thermodynamic process. So work done during the thermodynamic process. In order to study it, let us consider a PV diagram along with different paths 1, 2 and 3. Like these different paths are given during the change of the system from initial position A to the final position B. That means in this diagram, when the pressure against volume is plotted, at that time the change in the state of the system will take place from initial state A to final state B. Now initial state A will be having its coordinates phi and pi. Similarly, the final state of the system will be consisting of the coordinates phi f and pf. Now the three different paths will be shown here as 1, 2 and 3. Path 1 is directly joining initial state to the final state along this curve. The second path is joining A and B, as first of all it will join AC and then CB. The third path will also join first A and D and then D to B. So from this it is clear that for all the three paths 1, 2 and 3, the initial state is the same, that is A, and the final state is B. So for all the three paths, the initial and final states are the same. Now let us describe the work done by all these three paths one by one, and therefore let us consider the first case, that is A, in which A represents the initial state and B represents final state, and along this curve the change of state takes place from A to B. So in this case, A is again having its coordinates phi and pi, B will be having its coordinates phi f and pf. So in this case, when the change in the state of that system takes place along this path, that is from A to B, at that time there will be change in both pressure as well as volume of that system. So pressure will change from Pi to Pf Similarly, volume will change from phi to phi f. So, as there is change in volume of the system during the change from its initial state to the final state, therefore the work will be done, and that work done will be positive. Now this work done in this process will be given by the area under this curve AB, that is, this shaded region will represent the work done. Similarly, we will go for second case, that is, again if you plot the graph of P against V, and then in this case we will consider the second path which proceeds along AC and then CB. So in this case again, A is having its coordinates phi and pi, B will be having its coordinates phi f and pf. But in this case, when there is change in the state starting from initial state A, at that time when we reach to point C during its change from A, when we reach from point A to point C, at that time the pressure remains constant as Pi, and only there will be change in the volume from phi to phi f. But when we proceed from C to B, that is up to the final state, at that time the volume remains constant. The volume will remain constant, and there will be change in the pressure from Pi to Pf. As there is change in again volume, therefore work will be done. Now that work done will be equal to area under this curve AB. So ACB, that will be the curve. Under this curve, the area which is shown by this shaded part will represent again the work done. Let us go for the next one, that is third case. So if you proceed for the third case, again pressure against volume, that graph is plotted. So in this case, if you consider the third path, that is along ADB, again initial state is A having its coordinates phi and pi, final state will be having its coordinates phi f and pf, but the path trace is different, that is along ADB, and therefore in this case when we proceed from A to D, there will be change in pressure from Pi to Pf, but volume will remain constant. And then when we proceed from D to B, at that time pressure will remain constant as Pf, but there will be change in the volume from phi to phi f. As there is change in the volume of the system, again work will be done. That work done will be given by the area under this curve, that is 3. So this shaded region will represent here the work done, because work done is given as PdV. Therefore this shaded region will represent this work done. If we observe all these three cases, then it is clear that the work done in all the cases will be different, but the initial state and the final state is the same. So from A, B, C, all these three cases, it is clear that in each case work done will be different, but for all the three cases the initial state is at A and the final state is at B, and therefore we can say that the work done by the system depends not only on the initial state and the final state, but it will also depend on the intermediate states, that is the different paths followed by that system, that is on the path along which the change in the initial and final state takes place. So from this it is clear that if you consider the initial state as A and final state as B for all these three cases, then from this it is clear that for all these three cases initial and final states are the same as A and B, but the volume will change from phi to phi f in each case, and hence work done will be different depending upon the path along which that change in the state of the system takes place. And so now let us go for next point, that will be the heat added during a thermodynamic process. So heat can be also added during this thermodynamic process, and therefore let us discuss the heat added during that thermodynamic process. So here again we will consider two cases. In the first case, a cylinder is filled with some amount of gas at some temperature. It will represent the state 1. So that cylinder is provided with a movable, massless and frictionless piston, so that volume phi, that is the initial volume of the gas, will be now controlled here by this piston. So this will represent the state 1. Now in the state 2, the cylinder is supplied with some amount of heat energy. Due to the heating of this gas, now there will be increase in the volume of the gas, and then the piston will be displaced in the upward direction, so that some work will be done. But remember, in this case the heating process is carried on such that there will be no change in the temperature of this gas. That means here it is shown for state 1 as well as state 2, the temperature is equal to 300 Kelvin, that is nearly equal to room temperature, that is without heating as well as after heating the gas is having same temperature. And therefore here we have considered the thermodynamic system consisting of an ideal gas filled in that cylinder and provided with a movable, massless and frictionless piston. Phi represents the initial volume and phi f will represent the final volume. So in the first state, phi is the volume of the gas. In the second state, phi f is the final volume of the gas. And then that change will take place at constant temperature. Now when the gas is heated suddenly in a controlled manner, so that it will expand at constant temperature and it reaches to its final volume phi f isothermally, because temperature remains constant, and then it reduces or it will reach to its final volume phi f isothermally, and the system absorbs a finite amount of heat during this process, because heat energy will be absorbed by that process so as to heat that gas isothermally, that is there will be no increase in the temperature of the gas, only its volume will get changed. So this will be the first case in which heat energy is added to that system during the thermodynamic process. Now let us consider the second case, in which again a gas cylinder will be there. Then this gas cylinder will be provided with some insulation. So from the upper end of this cylinder it will be insulated, and therefore no heat energy will enter into the cylinder from its surrounding or from outside environment. Now this cylinder will be now divided into two compartments by using a very thin and insulated as well as breakable partition. So with the help of very thin partition, it will be divided into two parts. So this will represent the partition which will be breakable partition, which will divide that cylinder into two parts. This lower part of the cylinder will be consisting of the air molecules, that is gas, whose initial volume is Vi. So that will be the initial state for this compartment X, and for this compartment Y there will be no gas molecules, it will be empty, considered as vacuum, whose volume is taken as phi f dash, that is phi f dash. So this will be the second case. Now regarding this second case, we have considered a gas cylinder. surrounded by an insulating material, and it is divided into two compartments by the thin breakable partition. Then the compartment X has volume Phi, and for Y it is Phi F dash. Then the X compartment is filled with gas at some temperature. The compartment Y is empty, acting as the vacuum. The initial state is the same in both compartments. The initial state will be the same in both compartments. And now when the partition is suddenly broken, now suddenly we have to break this partition between the two compartments X and Y. So when it is broken, the gas expands and fills all the empty space inside that cylinder, similar to that of this second case. As soon as this partition is broken, this gas will expand and then it will fill all the empty space in that cylinder. Thus there is no exchange of heat between, say now here there will be no exchange of heat energy between the gas and its environment. There will be no exchange of heat energy between the gas and its environment. The final volume of the system now becomes Phi F, which will be given as Phi F equal to Phi I plus Phi F dash. So that will be the final volume. In this case, no work is done by the gas. Now in this case, though there is expansion of the gas, it is sudden expansion, it is natural expansion of the gas, and hence no work will be done because there will be no displacement of any piston or any surface inside the cylinder, and therefore no work is done by the gas. Now such expansion in which work is not done is called as free expansion. So in this case, no work is done on the gas and therefore still there is expansion of the gas. Such type of expansion of the gas is called as free expansion. Now from these two cases, that is from the first case when that cylinder is given heat energy, and in the second case when that partition is broken, from these two cases it is clear that the heat transferred to a system, depends on the path. So by which path the heat energy is transferred, that will depend upon the path. That is, along a particular path, heat transferred will be depending on that particular path. So this will be regarding this heat added during a thermodynamic process.